All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is April 19th. We got 3 NBA playoff games to jump into today. We're gonna go through each game. I'll give you my lean on the spread. I'll give you my lean on the total, but my final plays, what I'm actually going to be rolling with tonight, what I'm putting money on myself, what I'm most confident in, and what counts towards the record, that will be in the pinned comment. So make sure to check out my final plays in the pinned comment. If you don't see any there, or you see one there, we update it throughout the day. I usually try to give you guys sort of an indication as to when, hey, this is kaput. These are all my plays for the day, but sometimes we're researching throughout the entire day and I add them in as I find value. So keep an eye on that pinned comment. In terms of final plays from yesterday, we finally get back in the winner's circle. I gotta pump in some crowd noise for that. We had 2 days prior to of losing. We went 2-2 and then 0-2, and we finally bounced back with a 2-0 night. We had the Cavs -5.5, and then the Clippers and Suns over 225, and we cashed that. Before we get into today's picks, guys, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. You guys are crushing both the new subscribers and the like button as well. And if you do want to become a baller, a channel member, make sure to go ahead and do that. It first and foremost supports the channel, but we do have models coming out for both spread, total, and player props throughout the playoffs, Monday through Friday. And then we also have our brand new MLB money line, total, and run line model as well that you guys get on a daily basis. But let's go ahead and jump into this first game here. We got Memphis at home, obviously losing game 1 here to the Lakers. Memphis right now +1 at home, total sitting at 226.5. This one opened up at Memphis -3.5, so very surprising how quickly the public jumps on the Lakers at +3.5, and now all of a sudden they are 1-point favorites in this one. Obviously you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis probable in this one. They're always on the injury report. Dennis Schroeder also on the injury report, but he is probable. And then in terms of Memphis here, Ja Morant is questionable. Obviously he got hurt, came back, got hurt last game. I do think that he's going to play. This is the playoffs. Like, what are we talking about? But I do think that this is going to be a tough spot for them regardless. This Lakers team looked pretty damn good. They've won 8 of their last 10 games to close the season. And then they come out and, in dominating fashion. This Memphis team showed a lot of like, hey, we're the better team, we're the better team. And then second half rolls around, or I should even say, probably like the last 2.5 quarters of that game, the Lakers say, no, we're better than you. And they sure as hell were. I do think that, everyone and their grandmother is going to be on the Lakers tonight. I think I'm going to fade the public. If Ja Morant plays, I'm going to lean towards Memphis +1. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though, I don't totally love it. I don't have a great grasp of where this series is going to go, just based on sort of the whirlwind that game 1 was. Like, I didn't expect the Lakers to go out there and dominate. If anything, maybe they cover or win by a couple points, but the way that they won and how they won was kind of crazy. I know people are like, well, Ja Morant got hurt. No. That Lakers run and that Lakers sort of spree of, hey, we're going to win this game, when it was pretty apparent. Ja Morant was on the court, and it wouldn't have mattered if he was or wasn't. That Lakers team showed up for, a decent amount of time there, making defensive plays. Anthony Davis going down, fast break dunks, that type of thing. So I know everyone's going to be on the Lakers tonight just because of what we saw, but I'm going to lean Grizzlies, just kind of fading the public if Ja Morant plays. The play that I actually do like in this game is going to be the over. I've seen this at 227 on some sports books, so I love that we can get on your normal sites like DraftKings, some FanDuel, obviously Caesars, MGM, that type of thing. You can get at 226 still, so that is probably my favorite lean in this game. Again, each side kind of puzzles me right now, and hopefully you guys don't mind that. I know some idiot comments are like, oh, I came here to listen to your picks. It's like, yeah, you also came here for me to tell the truth, didn't you? So I don't have the greatest of grasp on the side here, but I do like the over. All right, moving on, we got the Bucks taking on the Heat. The Bucks 6-point favorites here. Total sitting at 219.5. Obviously, the main concern here is going to be Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's actually doubtful as of right now. Now, this spread would tell me that they think he might play. And I saw earlier today also, when I say earlier today, it's super early right now, so I was up early looking into this. They said that they're hopeful he'll play, but he's doubtful as of right now. Obviously, Tyler Hero, the Heat lose him. I think he broke, I believe it was a shooting hand. And you also have Kyle Lowry, who is questionable here. So a lot of key questionabilities in this game right now, and I'm just going to put it on Giannis. If Giannis doesn't play, I'm going to lean towards the Heat plus the 6 points. If Giannis does play, I'm going to lean towards Milwaukee minus the 6 points in a bounce back spot here. But it's all really going to come down to Giannis. The Kyle Lowry injury, I don't really care all that much to consider, but I do think that this is obviously a huge deal, wondering if Giannis is going to play or not. Now, in the season, when you get a guy, at 7 o'clock in the morning downgraded to doubtful, you assume he's not going to play. But this is the playoffs, and this is game 2 in a game which they lost game 1 at home. Obviously, this is a pretty important spot for him. So, if he's actually, I think he had back contusions or spasms or something like that. If he's actually out, this is going to be a huge deal for this series. But again, it's all going to come down to him. Line dependent, obviously, but I lean Miami if he's out, and if he's in, I do lean Bucks. In terms of a total, 219.5. I think this one goes over. We saw it. Pretty high scoring game, not as defensive as you normally would see, especially thinking about these two teams, right, in the playoffs. So I'm going to lean towards the over 219.5 in this game. I think they both can at least get into 110s and make this pretty clean over. And then our last game of the slate, we have Denver hosting the Timberwolves here. Denver 8-point favorites at home. Total is sitting at 223. Game 1 of this series, Denver absolutely dominates. They win by 29 points, 109-280. The total's at 223.5. Obviously, last game going severely under that mark, but I do think that this is still a very high number for them. So I'm going to lean towards the under again. I think Denver really likes to slow things down in the playoffs and play really clean and cut basketball. That was something that I talked about in the most recent video, that Denver hasn't really played Denver basketball in a few weeks because they're kind of on cruise control. Now they're in the playoffs. They play a Timberwolves team who I do think they're far in a way better than. I do like the way that they can slow things down and kind of control the pace of the game. That being said, I do think that, this Minnesota team probably is kind of pissed after last game. I know how good this Denver team, I just talked about that, but I do think that 8.5/8 points, whatever you get it at, is a decent amount of points. So I feel like a psycho for leaning this way, but I believe I'm going to lean Minnesota here plus the points, especially if we can get in some sort of teaser like that. I don't think they lose by 20 points again. So I'm going to lean towards Minnesota. And then in terms, like I said, of the total, I'd also like the under there. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Keep an eye on the pinned comment for all the final plays. Make sure you're checking us out on TikTok here. We do have a new account that'll be in the pinned comment, as our old one, which is right below me right now, got wrongfully banned. We're working to get that back, but in the interim, we do have a new account, Ev Picks, and I will post that in the pinned comment so you guys can check out all player props and whatnot that we post on TikToks, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys do enjoy the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.